Yeah, okay. Like he can't. They're not even taking. He's not relevant to the battle anymore. People just like nothing he does. Because I was looking at comments and everything was all yeah. He got ether. Nah, there's nothing he can do. He literally.
He got to take this one on the chin, bro. Like dropping the album that he dropped. Yeah, of course, it's number one in Toronto.
Yeah.
But the number 4 song is still "They Not Like Us."
Right. And I don't know if you and they said after the Super Bowl, all anything that all of Kendrick's songs, like all the Lex Luthor song with him and Scissors went up, the Squabble Up is up, Not Like Us is up, everything he's all his songs are like through the roof. And like you said, the only reason Drake still got his diehard, so people gonna listen. He going to, but like a lot of the hip hop purists, they not rocking with it. And I feel like J. Cole got out of it at the right time. He unscathed. Like so, whatever dirt that they would have tried to probably pick up on him, they can't now because he got out. He's like, yeah, I'm cool on this.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good on all of that, and
but
that's why.
there was no way. All right, so when it came down to it, there was no way for Cole to win, bro.
Why?
Because who would you be able to defend? Like what real shots were at you outside of the actual back and forth?
Because he didn't stay in there. They would looked up dirt, all that stuff that we found out about any of those people. We didn't know. I didn't know half of that stuff about Drake. I didn't know half of the stuff that they talked about Kendrick until they kept they kept going. They were searching. They said they had moles in each other's camps and all that other stuff. Yeah, they knew what they was doing. Like they started doing all their research. So yeah, they didn't have nothing on Cole because Cole got out before they could start. Cause
and Cole, but when y'all also think about it, Cole run around the same way like most people should run around in the industry.
What do you mean?
I am an artist. Cole ran around like this for years. I'm an artist, right? He wasn't doing features for a long time.
Right.
He wasn't every album before he started doing features, like the first either 2 of them before he started doing features was just him by himself.
Yeah.
Him producing and everything in-house. It ain't too many artists that can do that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it comes down to who all is battling who.
Yeah.
Are we battling somebody that's the equivalent to, because Drake's nothing but the equivalent to Madonna, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears of that time.
Right. No.
Except it's hip hop now, to where like everybody was salty when Beyonce beat out Lady Gaga for something.
Right. No, that's
everybody's salty when Beyonce beats out Katy Perry for something.
Right.
Because that's who they champion.
Right.
Drake is who's champion, that's who's supposed to be untouchable until you start doing something that makes you touchable.
Right.
Yo, when he battled Meek, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation was about him having ghostwriters. It changes everything.
Right.
You're no longer considered. You could talk all you want because you got the numbers to back it, but the reality comes down to this. You're Barry Bonds on steroids, nigga.
Yeah.
You got writers.
I feel like people knew. So Drake was wearing a cloak for a long time. And I feel like a lot of people for a long time knew Drake wasn't who he said he was. If you think about Blackberry Drake. So we knew that. I knew, and I wasn't even that big on Drake at the time, and I knew that he had to have had writers. Because if I'm sitting there writing, if I'm literally reading off of my phone, that already was like you ain't never seen nobody do that before. And he was on Funk Flex.
Oh, when he kept freezing up.
Yeah, because he was right. He had everything written, so he was writing off written. That showed me at that point he ain't who he said he is. He just great at. He's an actor. He's great at remembering lines.
But at the same time, he's a child actor, bro. That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent to all us knowing Soulja Boy is from Atlanta.
Right.
Right.
And he not. He from Mississippi.
Wait. He was born up here.
And he was born in Chicago.
Wait, but everybody that grew up on Soulja Boy knows Soulja Boy is based out of Atlanta, right?
Right.
So how are you a blood from Compton?
He not.
You grew up around Gucci and them. How are you a blood from Compton?
He not.
Therefore, it's like you can't pretend. And what happened is when J. Cole put you in that big three conversation,
Right.
Kendrick came through and took you out.
Right. All you know who Drake is? Drake is. I like how we come up with all these crazy metaphors for who people is. Drake is Denzel Washington in the 90s.
Drake is Aerosmith. And Kendrick is Run DMC.
Damn. Yep. I can see that.
In reality, Drake is Aerosmith. Aerosmith is who Aerosmith was.
No, Drake is Majin Buu.
I can't give Drake that, bro. I'll give him a perfect sale because he can take people and just copy it.
But that's basically what he did. So what did Majin Buu do? Majin Buu, he absorbed everybody. And when he absorbed them, it wasn't who he truly was. Mm-hmm. It was a mask. He absorbed Gohan, he absorbed Piccolo, he absorbed Gohan, Gotenks and Trunks. He just absorbing them and he using their powers. He not really them. And that's who Drake is. He's not really who he is. He taking the people from Atlanta style. He taking the Jamaican people style. He taking people from Texas style. He just absorbing them and then reflecting it.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's why he's Majin Buu. So Drake is anybody. He's Kirby too. Drake is anybody who just absorbs, take their stuff and then spit it back out.
He was just called Drake Alex Mercer.
Yeah. He literally
from the prototype games.
Right. He literally anybody who absorbs you and spits you back out.
But that's who Drake's always been though.
Right.
That's the whole beef between Drake and The Weeknd.
And that's that's the cloak he's had for so long. People have given Drake all of this power, not realizing he really don't have power of his own. He weak. But he's only powerful when he take from other people or he surrounds himself around powerful people.
That part. Also, Drake almost 40, bro. What growth has Drake really had in his music?
Nothing. He's literally making the same music that he was making when he first came out. Drake is he's the only, you know what's crazy? He's the only rapper that has no growth outside of his hair.
He's not a rapper, bro. Y'all got to quit calling him a rapper.
He's an actor.
Drake is not a rapper. He's a artist, yes, that can rap. But he's not a rapper.
You know what I'm about to say? That's probably gonna make people mad. Drake and Tupac are the same people.
I can't give you that.
Got to.
Can't give you that.
Only thing that Drake, and you know why? You think about you gotta think
when you talk about overall archetype,
I'm talking about the fact that they both were put it on a facade. Neither one of them were who they really were. So yeah, Tupac, he was from the streets. His parents was Black Panthers, but he was a theater kid.
Nah, bro, Tupac.
He was a theater kid, and not until he played in was it Juice?
Juice. Until he
played in Juice, and he took on that persona, and then after that, he seen the perception that gave him, that people looked at him differently. So if you think of any actor, once you think about people who get typecasted, think about Jaleel White, right?
Mm-hmm.
He Urkel. He's forever Urkel. He cannot get out of that. That's what people are gonna look at him forever.
So he gonna forever be Urkel.
So he's gonna forever be Urkel, no matter what he played in. Oh, Urkel in the new movie. Urkel could play Batman. Look at Urkel playing Batman. People are always going to look at him that way. And once Tupac played in Juice, he was a Bishop, right? From Juice. Right, that's the name, right? I don't remember his name.
I want to give you that, but I'm trying to remember what CD was Brenda Got a Baby on. Brenda Got a Baby was on the CD that came out after Tupacalypse Now, bro.
No, I'm sorry.
If it wasn't a CD that was, if it wasn't on Tupacalypse Now, it was a CD that came out either before or after that.
I'm sorry. Tupac, and Drake are in the same boat. And I don't care who. I'm sure there's a lot of people who probably don't want to hear that. But Tupac and Drake are literally both.
As the people, I can give you that, right? The person behind the artist are the same person.
Right.
As far as artistry, bro, too, what substance has Drake gave us?
Nothing.
In anything music wise, what substance has Drake put on the table?
Nothing.
To even be considered a top rapper.
Nothing outside of knowing how to make a hit. He know his audience. So Drake knows his audience. He know he get the women by saying, fuck that nigga. Like he know how to reach he know his audience. And once you know your audience, you just feed to your audience. And once you feed to your audience and you keep doing that, and that's in anything, in podcasting, making music, YouTube, you learn your audience. And once you learn what your audience know, like from you, you continue to feed it to them. And what you do is you tweak it a little bit. So you're not giving them the exact same thing. You turn it a little bit, but you're giving it to them in a different way.
Here's the thing about this, right? Drake core audience is 30 and up.
I don't believe that either.
I'm gonna tell you why they 30 and up, right?
Okay.
Every other artist that Drake has to attach himself to is under 25. It's under 30.
I can see that. Yeah.
Who is Drake attaching himself to that's over a certain age?
Birdman.
You've been attached to them. You've been giving them. When are you not signed to Cash Money, Young Money?
And he signed got rap a lot with
wait. In all these years, right? When has Drake not been signed to Cash Money, Young Money, Rap a Lot?
Now, right? Is he still signed to them?
If he under UMG, he signs to him.
Oh, yeah, he's still.
So when we start talking about splits, I only see two people over there on Kendrick's side.
Yeah, and
one of them, and one of them he owned.
And he what?
One of them he owned.
Yeah, that's true. I just think that I think with this Drake thing, man. Honestly, we what's the old saying? You beating a dead horse. Drake done. That's just what it is. I don't think that there is and I feel like this conversation keep having up, not even just with us, conversation that I keep hearing with people. It's like he can rap and he'll say some hard bars like for his. If you think about his album that he still was talking about the stuff. He was still trying to battle. He was still talking about stuff. And it's supposed to be a R&B album.
You're not talking about battling, bro, on a song called "Give Me a Hug."
That's what I'm saying.
The name of the song is called "Give Me a Hug." Bro.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like
Drake became a "Where's My Hug at" nigga.
He honestly just needs to stop, take a break, or if you're really gonna make other music, make the other music. Stop talking about the stuff because it's making you look more and more lame.
Man, he up there throwing tantrums on stage with Mar DeRozan jersey.
Right, like you look lame. Like he don't realize. Maybe he does realize that he don't know. He think it's like he getting somebody's. He just looks stupid. Like and it's look sadder and sadder. He look lame.
Is like, it that or does it look like he hang around a gang of women that are 19 to 21?
Doing something. He hanging out with some people who ain't giving him his people ain't telling him like, dog, you look lame. Like he need people who looking on the other side. Get the people, not the people who in your camp. Get people who aren't connected to you, and they need to give you a reality check. Because right now you look bad. Like he's not doing anything to making himself look good right now. Everything that he has done since the battle has kind of flatlined on his end. He looked bad. Like none of it looks great. He looks stressed. He looked like he's like, what can I do? What can I do? It's like, dude, you still Drake. Like, chill out. Like, if you just chill, give it a year. Go take a
bro.
trip. Give it a year. Work, help other people write. Get on some features and talk about other stuff. Stop talking about battling. Stop. Don't even bring it up. Don't even talk. Don't even say battle. Don't say battle. Don't say Beyblade. Don't say nothing that has to do anything with battling.
So, cuz he can't even say Beyblade.
No, because I'm gonna think let it rip and he want to fight with somebody about something. None of that. Give it all up. Talk about. You can talk about women because we know you for that. That's
He
who your
can't,
audience is. At this point, all he got is women. Because I hear women saying, "Ooh, I still like me some Drake."
bro. I still like Drake music.
Oh, Drake. When I think about prior to any of this,
All right, I'm gonna say this. I could die on this hill, right? If
okay,
the Jimmy Cook is a Jimmy Cook song or whatever it is,
Jimmy Choo.
yeah, that song, right? If that would have came out instead of dropping "Give Me 50," this is a whole different battle.
That's true. Because of the content of the song. Yes, definitely. I
This
give
is
you,
a whole different battle.
no, I give you that. I give you that. But man, this dude, but he didn't. That ain't the road he took. So I mean,
So that nigga back to club bangers and chick hits. Yeah,
that's all he can do. Cause that's how he gonna get back into the good graces. Because what people gonna do is make hits, make songs that people gonna forget about. That is the summer will be here soon. Make summer hits that's gonna have women on the floor twerking. Get out of the battle stuff because you've lost. Like, and I think the thing is, Drake has been winning for so long.
13
It's
summers.
hard. It's hard for him to lose. It's
The,
hard for
the,
him to think that he's losing. And
the,
even when he's losing, he think he's doing okay.
hey, somebody put the numbers out there. Drake done had it for 13 summers up until last year.
I believe it. I believe it. I don't. I don't take away from his ability to make a hit. I don't take away from his ability to absorb other people's powers and use it for to his benefit. But what I won't give him is him still trying to battle. Don't do that. Like you only making it look worse for yourself. So in that case, he he ain't he all he is Majin Buu or he Yamcha. That he ain't even Tien. He ain't even Chao Soon. Oh, you know who else he can beat? Oolong,
Who?
the pig.
Wow.
Oolong. I don't know if you know old school Dragon Ball.
You
Oolong.
talk about
He
Oolong
could
was that.
he could change into other stuff. Like he couldn't really fight, but he could like make himself look. He can make himself look tough, and That's what Drake is. He's Oolong.
He only took, well, it depends on who he's standing next to.
Yeah.
You don't look, you can't be tough when you standing next to Sexy Red and somebody say y'all like two bad bitches.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like and I just watched something earlier today. They were saying Drake is known for so they say Drake don't ever go after dudes. He always makes stuff about women. He always bashing women all the time. But he don't be going hard. Like the way he be going hard on women, he don't go hard on dudes. He talk about all the women he been with. He'll talk about how a woman ain't this. So he'll do all this stuff. He always do little petty stuff. Like he do like you said, like little kitty girly stuff. Like he's soft.
You
He
know
ain't
who's more relevant to our culture than Drake is?
who?
T-Pain.
Yeah. And what people don't understand is T-Pain is a legend.
Every Drake album can go away for T-Pain projects.
Yeah. Because the thing about T-Pain is T-Pain in itself is a legend. If T-Pain wouldn't have came around, you wouldn't have any other artists you have today. Wayne, honestly,
you don't have a Wayne Auto Tunes run without T-Pain.
the whole auto tune run of Wayne, even to this day, you wouldn't have any of the artists that you have. You wouldn't have Trippie Redd, you wouldn't have Uzi, you wouldn't have Playboy Cardi, You wouldn't have anybody, any of these. Future, uh, uh, uh,
You
Thug.
we was gonna get Future regardless.
Mm,
We was
not
gonna
without the
get
auto tune.
we was gonna get Future regardless.
Not without the auto tune. Tell me, find me a song.
The only reason I could tell you that and I could stand on that one is because Andre 3000 and them had a version of auto tunes on their own
What?
accord. Andre 3000 and them, that the whole Dungeon Family, that sound was gonna come out of that it was gonna he was gonna get something like that.
I agree that it would have, but I feel like Future took T-Pain's job, because think about this: people were on. If you wanted to make a hit in the mid 2000s, like from 2006 to 2014, who did you go get? You got T-Pain.
You got T-Pain. I can tell you exactly what it went in. It went in T-Pain. It was T-Pain, Chris Brown, Busta Rhymes.
Yep.
T-Pain, Trey Songz, Wayne.
Right.
Then it was your whole Houston era.
Yep.
You had your whole everybody gotta go get a Mike Jones, a Slim Thug verse, Paul Wall.
That's what I'm saying.
Then it went back. Then it went back to T-Pain and them.
Yep.
Luda,
Chris.
The little Busta Rhymes run he had.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. So
then you got Wayne again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you did not have T-Pain, you would not have any of these. Kanye. Kanye was eating off of T-Pain with the auto tune.
Kanye, that 808 Heartbeat. So that was like 3 or 4 albums in though.
Yeah, but
Kanye can still be Kanye without the 808 Heartbreaks.
Yes, but I will tell you this: a lot of people. So it's 6 degrees of separation because of T-Pain. Because of T-Pain, Kanye made 808s a heartbreak because he was able to do that. Because of T-Pain, Snoop Dogg gave us Sexual Seduction.
Because of T-Pain, we got because a whole prom queen.
You get Diddy's album, Last Train to Paradise. Because of T-Pain, you get a bunch of Houston rappers who were using auto tune. Even though they was using chopped and screwed, a lot of them was using that. You get what's his name? Kurt Cobain's. You get a lot of people. You get a lot of people because of T-Pain, and they don't give T-Pain should be a billionaire by now because of how many people he carried or gave a career to because of. Because how many people was trying to sing because of T-Pain? Man, I had the T-Pain mic because of T-Pain. I had the app because of T-Pain.
You know the problem that everybody forget though?
What's that?
T-Pain can actually sing.
That's true. That's true.
What T-Pain do? T-Pain went on tour without auto tunes and niggas was like, oh.
They didn't know he could sing. Yeah. They thought he needed that. But you know you gotta thank for all of that. You know you gotta thank for T-Pain.
Who?
Akon. Cause T-Pain was making music, but he was making he had a group called the Nappy Heads out of Florida. But they weren't doing anything. And then T-Pain started making music on his own. He's hooked up with Akon. Akon didn't like I'm Sprung because he said that they made over at Convict Music, they made like he said gangster music because he had Locked Up and everything. But then once he got with T-Pain, he started signing artists who used auto-tune or sing. Because originally Convict Music was all hood dudes.
Yeah, and then who was it him that had Akon had 1 or 2 people first. He either had Amy Winehouse first or Lady Gaga first.
Yeah, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And then he helped push Sean, even though he didn't have Sean Kingston. Sean Kingston came through that through the Akon like through
Convict
the
push.
through
Yeah.
that push. What's his name? Jason Derulo. He came through there. All of these people coming through Akon, but a lot of that was still coming through because he had T-Pain. Because T-Pain was kind of like pushing a lot of those, like, because of the music he was making, and he was like, man, this is really doing something. He kept pushing it because Akon is a street dude, like a real street dude. Him and his brother Boo, they real street dudes. So
You know
like,
what? Now that I think about it, Drake only lost his beef because he tried to bully Pharrell.
wow. Explain.
He ended up, he had bought all Pharrell trains and melted them down, but
Oh, he
it
did.
was
He
one of
melted them down. I know he bought them
yeah.
chains up.
So on Drake end, he made it seem like, oh, I bought these chains, right, and melted them down. On Pharrell end, it was like, nigga, I sold the chains for charity.
Right,
What beef is there?
right. But he does that kind of stuff. Drake is a throw his rock and hide his hand, and then be like, "Well, that ain't what I meant," or he'll throw little jabs, and then he wondering why he don't have any friends in the industry. I promise you, Drake's next rap album, he ain't gonna have no. He may be able to get DJ Khaled.
Only way Drake can drop another rap album, he will have to write that and do it all on his own, bro.
Right, and I'm telling you, who gonna work with him?
Don't nobody want to hear a Drake album where it's 6 or 7 different writers on it.
Right. Tell me who gonna work with Drake.
Everybody will still work with Drake.
I don't believe it.
Man, listen, everybody will still work with Drake.
I don't believe it. So he got nobody in the West, nobody on the West Coast gonna work with him. Nobody in Atlanta gonna work with him.
Nobody as far wait, here you go. Nobody as far as hip hop culture will work with him.
But that's what he's in. He's in hip hop.
He's not.
That's
the part of the conversation that everybody tends to forget. Drake's not a hip hop artist, bro. He wants to be a rapper.
Okay.
He tries to carry the gimmick like he's a rapper, right? It's like NBA players when they dress like rappers outside. Most rappers are dressing like street niggas.
Right.
Y'all not that.
No, I believe. No, I mean that's true. Absolutely true. But who he's trying to portray and the audience that he is trying to reach, tell me outside of Sexy Red, who gonna work with Drake? You cannot name 10 people who would work with Drake outside of DJ Khaled.
Shit, it's hard for DJ Khaled to work with Drake right now.
Right. Drake said he ain't rocking with Khaled because Khaled didn't hold him down. He felt
so here's I love this part of it. A lot of people tend to forget, like, Drake is a Canadian, my nigga. When it comes to DJ Khaled and them, DJ Khaled is a Terror Squad Miami nigga.
Right. That's true.
Which means this: if DJ Khaled decides to pick a side as a Terror Squad Miami nigga, y'all still got to go out there. Drake ain't got to come to Miami for shit.
Nah, Drake got to. Drake.
Wait. Drake can go on world tour and never touch America again for a minute.
Yeah, I mean you're right. I mean, you true, very true. But I'm telling you, Drake's so afraid to come back here and work because he know
Drake can go be global right now and not have to worry about anything here in America like he is on tour right now, right?
Very true.
He can go drop an album for the world instead of worrying about some rap beef here. That's the only way Drake can make something happen outside of here because the rap beef is only big here.
Yeah.
And wherever you go to and perform at, and people are up to date. So
I use my mom as the meter when it comes to not knowing hip hop, right? So my mom knows. My mom don't listen to gospel music, jazz, and oldies. Like she know old stuff. Like, and my mom she called me asking about the beef. That's how, to your point, that's how you know it become relevant in the United States to where my mom like, what's up with this Drake and I was shocked when she called me about it. Like, what you asking me about Drake and Kendrick? She was like, there's a Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And I was like, yeah. She was like, what's up with them? Like, why? And I'm like, Mama, like, why are you even asking about it? But that, for me, that showed like this beef had reached a woman who don't even listen to hip hop music.
Because one's look
Where,
on a major scale, one's looked at as the biggest artist in the world, and the other one's looked at as the biggest black artist in the world.
right, that's true. And I feel like I'm starting to feel like Drake is starting to lose that biggest that best artist. Like people are his like you said before, his armor is being taken away from him because people are starting to realize like he ain't that great. And like I was watching like as the battle was progressing, like some of Drake's biggest songs are samples of other people's stuff. Or him using referencing somebody else. Or using a sample from somebody else.
Or eventually the reference track end up leaking.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like it's starting to show he ain't as great as he, is you as you think he is. And it's like, dang.
He's like I said before, it's that baseball, it's that all right. If a linebacker can use steroids and play football, right?
Right.
Versus a natural, who you think gonna have the better push?
Say that again.
That if an athlete is using steroids, right? Baseball, perfect example. You see how they try and do the whole how baseball was dope when everybody was on the roids and slinging the ball everywhere, and now how they try and compare it to now and then.
Yeah, totally different.
It's that reality of all right, cool. Y'all stop taking these performance enhancements. Now let's see how y'all hit.
Right.
Drake, you just ended up in a situation where this might be your worst album sales of all time.
Right.
It's renegotiation time.
He ain't even.
You in a position to do one or two things. You could take on this bet and show these people that you got this push and this influence without them, or it shows that, bro.
Right. You got to think about if those people, the powers that be, is not pushing the buttons, Drake. So the reason Drake is who he is not. I'm gonna give you this. This is my opinion, and maybe I'm popular. Drake is only powerful because the people who allow him to be. It's not on his own merit. I don't think if the people who are not pushing, so all his biggest songs, everything is being pushed by a higher power. And none of those higher powers aren't really rocking with him, and he just signed to him now. Everything is gonna fall to the wayside. He's not gonna be as popular as he was anymore. And the only reason he was popular before because he had backing because he was doing so well and he was falling in line and they allowed him to do what he wanted. But now that they seeing him for who he is and
and marketing wise, he falls on the other side of the paper bag test.
Right.
He's only marketed as the top rapper. Think about it. When the last time somebody light skinned been marketed as a top rapper?
Let me say.
I'm talking about nationally top rapper. Eminem.
But he white.
Other side of the paper bag test.
Yeah.
More relatable to the masses and who can spend. We're gonna spend money with.
And you know what's crazy about Eminem, man? And I think Eminem is a talented artist, but I can't relate.
I feel like this. Putting Eminem over people like outside of numbers, right? And what he did for hip hop itself. Putting Eminem as number one means you had a white Jesus in your house.
Explain. That's hilarious. I don't even know what that means. But
it's the equivalent, bro. It's the best person in hip hop is white. Right. Had to be a white guy. Right. Out of all the artists that drop shit that you could relate to,
right.
He had to be a white guy.
Right.
Out of all the artists that you could relate to, the Jewish, the half black,
right,
raised Hebrew,
right,
kid,
right,
is the one that people more so relate to versus Cole or Kendrick.
Right. So, and I think it. So, yeah. But yeah, I always tell people, man, I, I don't think I ever even listened to a whole Eminem album.
I have. I
I
have.
think I think that his skill, like his skill set, he hands down one of the best rappers when it comes to skill set. And it's so people and it's so funny. And I hope I'm not excluding any white people who may listen to this. I don't even know where this is going, but I feel like for white people, this was their way of saying like, yeah, this is the best rapper. He's better than any rapper. Like this, they get so much enjoyment out of being able to say that this white man came and took over this black sport.
A lot of people who listen to Eminem never listen to Insane Clown Posse, never listen to Suicide Kings, never listen to anybody of that market from Detroit.
Right.
Although that group of rappers to be like Eminem not better than Tech Nine,
Right. Not at all.
and Tech Nine rapping about the same thing.
Right.
Tech Nine, in my eyes, is top tier rapper. He should be in that top tier list,
Right.
but due to the fact that he wasn't mainstream,
Right. And he
what are we
and he
talking about?
so the weird thing is like so the thing about rappers like Tech Nine, 3 6 Mafia, those artists because they will always have a Wiz Khalifa, uh, who else is kind of out there? The weird, uh, 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 Jason Derulo, uh, uh, um, uh,
Russ,
who?
Russ. If we just throwing names out there,
No,
that's caliber.
I'm talking about black people. Flow Rider.
Really?
I'm saying all of these people will always have an appeal because they appeal to white people.
Okay.
Wiz Khalifa, he appealed to more white people than he appealed to black people. People love the white people like his, he get high, he smoke, he does all these festivals.
He's a younger Uncle Snoop.
Yeah. I feel like so those people will always be able to go to festivals. Like I said, Tech Nine will always do good in it when he does stuff like when he go on tour because he always there's white people. His audience is more white than there are black. It's just what it is. So those audience, go ahead.
Tech Nine audience, he's more directly involved with them.
Right. Same like Wiz. Wiz is really direct with his audience.
Yeah.
So those people will always be able to eat. Flow Rider, he connect with his people. He will always he works with Pitbull and he works with a lot of the other artists. He will always eat. Jason Derulo will always eat. They said Jason Derulo sold like over what's that 100 and something million albums or so, yeah, he sold over 150 million singles or something. They said he's got so many albums. He sold so many, and it's like I don't even know many Jason Derulo songs, but he's so global because he connects with his audience, and a lot of his audience is white. He's friendly. He has a friendly face. He knows his audience.
Bro, 35?
Who, Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he been at this for a minute.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. So these people are able, and he's so relevant in another market, but we don't be listening to a bunch of Jason Derulo songs. We always coming up with something, and he always got something going on.
Yeah. But that's how Drake would have to be. He would have to fall back to where he's no longer he would have to do what Wayne did. Yeah. I'm finna take some time off where y'all miss me.
Right. And that's the point I was making. He need to stop doing this and take a break. Go hang out with your son. Go fly some kites. Go karting.
But I do know this though. With Drake out that top 10 picture, rappers like Jack Harlow and them don't get to stand up though.
No, Jack Harlow done.
Rappers like Jack Harlow, the thrift store guy, and people like that.
Macklemore.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be too many of them.
No more Yellow Wolves.
They can't. They can't actually rap. Yellow Wolf could actually rap, but
Yeah,
Yellow Wolf was one of them brothers that came through and played his part.
right. And he didn't he didn't try to. Yeah, he did what he was supposed to do. Yeah. I you know who I really liked. I really liked Mac Miller, but I don't think there would be any more. No, Mac Miller can rap too. He could rap. Rest in peace. He could rap.
Why you
Uh,
almost lined me up like that?
say what?
You almost lined me up.
Why?
Talking about ain't no more. And then you fixed it though.
Yeah.
You tried to line me up clean. Of course, ain't no more Mac Miller songs coming out. Well, they might have some in the tub.
Yeah, they might have some more. They got a whole another Juice World album coming out.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. When
Let them
people
boys eat.
milk, and they will milk the heck out of somebody if they can. They will.
Man,
They
listen.
milk it because these record labels they don't care. And what people gotta, and I've never been signed, so I'm speaking from a man who ain't never been signed to a record label. But I'm saying from my perspective, these record labels they don't care. They will take verses that Sunday that this person wrote on somebody else stuff that never came out and put it on a song, or they'll take stuff that's not even finished and then mastered and put it on the song. It don't even sound right because
When
they
you don't,
know.
when you don't know how to do paperwork, to where when you pass, somebody else's is your
Right, beneficiary.
beneficiary or
Yep,
overseer to your
yep,
estate to control it.
right,
A lot of artists don't be smart enough to have that, bro.
right. Because you think
Secondly,
about
a lot of people die within their first deal.
right. Yeah, that's true. Because you think about all the albums that came out after these people died. Think about what didn't Biggie and Tupac had two albums after they died, right?
Pac had like 6 or 7.
Albums after he died. Pop Smoke had two. I think he had two albums after he died. Uh, Juice World had like two. All these people got all these albums after they dead.
Nipsey just cracked into the mainstream.
That's
Matter of
big.
fact,
Yeah, he
if he
wasn't just
did, if he didn't pass, he probably wouldn't have been as mainstream as he was.
yeah because he passed. But you get greater when you die.
Yeah, but bro was one of the people like since he did that $1,000 mixtape
Yep,
and then another $1,000 mixtape
yep,
and was flipping money like that and just doing shows and everything. He should have been known as a legend then.
yeah. But
Because Nipsey been around since DVD days.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But people don't realize that yeah, Nip been hustling for a long time, for a really long time. But like I said, you don't get great until you die.
Mm.
That's when people say, "Man, he was such a great person. Man, they were so great." You think about you go to funerals and this person was a murderer, probably was beating up people, and they be like, "Man, he was so great. He was such a great person." And
That's
you
why
look
it's
at
always it's always good to see the drunk get up there to say something.
right, right, because they be like, "Man, he was so great. He used to do this," and I'm looking like this the same. The reason, why he dead? He was in a shootout. Like these people be like hyping these people up like they were great when they were alive, but you greater when you die. So, man, that's just what it is.
I
I
know
just
a handful of people that was on the wrong end of something they thought they was gonna win.
yeah, and it's a lot of people like that. They man, it's gonna be, but it's gonna be interesting to see with Drake. It's gonna be real interesting to see what his next album look like if he gonna have any features.
The next album, I'm like the next album. Listening I listened to it first night it came out before I got a hold of anybody's opinions.
Uh-huh.
And from listening to it as soon as it came out, I was like, it was like watching the Super Bowl performance, bro. You're sitting there waiting. You're just sitting there waiting for the Drake response.
Right.
You're legitimately sitting there like, all right, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
This song called "Give Me a Hug," which is like a copy of something I heard earlier. Okay, let's hear it.
Right.
Okay, he responding, he responding, he responding. That's it.
Right.
All right, cool. Fuck that rap beef. I'm on some party shit.
Right. He did
Party
all
at the
of
party
that.
playing. Look, but Party at the party playing with his nose now.
Right. He did. He knew what he was doing. He made this album to be able to sift in some of the beef he still had going on, but put it in like, oh, this is a R&B album now. No, man, like you get all of the critics, like it's so bad. Like all of the critics, everybody making fun of him right now. Like
You can't beef when you on stage. All right, you on stage throwing a tantrum with DeMar DeRozan jersey, right?
right.
And then throwing it into the crowd like you just threw a tantrum, nigga. You almost 40, my nigga.
He looked ridiculous.
You look childish. You look like you're trying to hold this L again.
Right. It's not gonna work out in his favor.
Drake.
Not gonna work out in his favor. Him, Soldier Boy, some of these people I think they need to just give it up and just like go do something else. I think Drake need to start a podcast. I think that Soldier Boy need to open some restaurants, write a cookbook, and, do something else because like nobody listen. Like so what I'll give Soldier Boy, I feel like he probably got some of the most albums because he always making music, but nobody listening.
But Soldier Boy living as a producer, bro. People not talking about that.
Yeah, but producing for who right now? I mean, I know
Everybody.
I know he did some stuff for Nicki Minaj. I know he does stuff for Drake. I know he done stuff for people. He worked with Kanye. But I'm saying, what is he doing now? Like, what
He
is
works with everybody. That's the thing about producers. They sit around and they work with everybody. It's like DJ Khaled, right? DJ Khaled known for as a producer, and 9 times out of 10, he don't do nothing but get other producers to come in and build beats for him.
And that's
This
crazy. How can you consider yourself a producer, but you don't be producing? They don't really be like doing nothing. He ain't touching the. So like Diddy used to say,
but
Diddy.
the same way I could be a executive producer of any production I'm on for the simple fact of if I bring all the equipment or
Right,
pay for the studio time, I am the executive producer.
right.
Everything that falls up under there is just a producer.
Because I feel like DJ Khaled don't make. That's what I always wondered with DJ Khaled. He don't make any beats. He don't rap, but he producing albums. He bringing people together. He ain't did nothing, but he be. I don't get it. Like I don't understand why he's so successful. Maybe I'm hating, but I
Might
don't.
be hating. That sound like, but then again, that's like saying why is Lil Jon successful and Lil Jon just produced. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys were producers, right?
Right.
Why is Lil Jon the only person that's known out this group?
Because he started it, and plus, I don't know. I feel like, and then he had a run because he was doing the EDM music, and he was making beats he was making beats. He was actually producing those beats, and like he was working with people. Like I feel like you can't get that to. I feel like that's different for Lil Jon. Or what about Jazzy Faye? What was he doing? Was he doing anything too? Or was he making beats?
Jazzy Faye was a producer. Jazzy Faye made beats.
Okay, so he
You know
actually
what?
made. Yeah.
DJ Khaled is a DJ. Therefore, he probably handled the last mix of the beats.
But he was like a radio DJ, like a
DJ
radio
D,
DJ.
DJ Ferris is a radio DJ and he's a producer.
But he actually produced though, right? Like make, but he don't.
I can't say in detail because I don't know, but I know this: if you pay for it and pay for the studio time and sponsor it,
Man, I'm gonna start producing.
yeah. If I put it like this, if we was to go record something at Bad Boy, right? Bad Boy always has the right to say we produced this,
Yeah,
even though we just use their studio.
right. Because I know what's his name? What's that man's name from Love and Hip Hop? He was sound the
Stevie
bad boy.
J.
Stevie J. But he actually can sing a little bit, but he actually can play instruments. So I would say that he is a producer.
So the difference is music composers and music producers.
Okay.
That's what our difference is, I believe.
Okay.
Because what we're looking at is more so people being able to compose music, like actually make it, sit down and make it,
Mm-hmm.
more so than like, yo, you just got all these people in the room together. I produced all these people in the room together.
And he made it like because Diddy is considered a producer, and he's done a good job at producing. In a sense, he knew how to put the right people together to make good hits. We'll give him that. I guess. I guess Khaled. And I guess Khaled is a producer of some sort, but he's just annoying. And he just make. But what get me about Khaled is he be making like he really be doing stuff. Like he really like he make it seem like he just really out here like. And in reality, he just
Have you ever listened to Kanye sweatshops, bro? Nowadays,
yeah.
when you get to the point where you so big to where like, no, I got other people doing this part while I'm focusing on this.
But I've seen like even on this on that culture too. I mean not culture, but vultures too. He produced on it, and I watched this video this where he was just interviewing, and he was like taking samples and like twisting them and like using AI to. That's some that takes some skill of some sort.
Not really, because half the AI stuff, like if I was to upload Audition right now, I could probably put a song in there and remix in like 20 minutes.
Fair enough, but you did something, so I have to give you. There's some manpower that was kind of put in there. Maybe because I ain't never seen Khaled do anything with say we the best.
So he
God
go to
did.
so from working with labels myself, and I'm not an audio engineer at all.
Right.
I've gotten so many people like tracks to while I'm pretty much just lining up the vocals and sending it back.
Right. So I mean, yeah, but I don't even see him doing that. I don't know what he does. I've like
Half the time, honestly, you're not gonna see it for the simple
he
fact
does more
of
promoting. So I guess that's producing. If you're promoting what you got going on, you're still promoting the content. So I get it.
half of the emails, unless somebody send it directly to my phone, a beat or a song directly to my phone,
Mm.
half of the emails come with like NDA promotional agreement at the bottom of it. So we're like, yo, I'm sending you this song with to only use and observe within these guidelines.
Right.
Or I'm sending you this footage to only use or observe within these guidelines. Or here
Right.
go the work order for what I need you to do with this.
Right.
And it's either I sit down and do it, I sit down, make an animated video and send it or whatever the case may be. But a lot of stuff is just I know what to do when people call me from now on. I'm gonna just send them an invite link.
Right. Man, but yeah, that just motivated me, man. I'm like, man, I could probably produce something. I got on my iPad, I done made some beats and everything. I'm gonna start sending them to random people. That's what Mustard said when he got hit. Uh, him and Kendrick already had a relationship, but he said he used to send Kendrick 5 beats like a week or a month or something, and he eventually got on. Cause you think about this was the first time they had ever worked together, but they had always had like a. There's always been like this connection, but he said this was the first time they actually worked together. So,
I didn't know DJ Mustard had so many hits up under his belt.
oh my God, you think who he did? At one point, he worked with everybody. He worked with Tiger, Chris Brown, Tinashe, a bunch of people from TDE. Uh, he worked with what's his name? Jim Jones. He worked with a lot of people. He did a lot of stuff for a lot of people. And then he worked with a lot of like on the come up artists. He worked with Ty Dolla Sign. He worked with YG. He worked with Roddy Rich. Uh, Basically the whole LA. Anybody from LA, Game. He worked with everybody. So he really was like really in the early Kid Ink.
Right.
Yeah, he worked with a lot of people.
I got to get familiar with what's going on the West Coast. I don't know nothing about what's going on outside the blues scene.
Yeah, I used to. I remember one of my old best friends. We used to, man, we listened to Mustard everything. We Mustard. I remember when you couldn't go nowhere without hearing Mustard. Mustard with Rihanna.
I ain't been familiar with it, bro.
Yeah, that man, he worked. He was very, very good producer. But that's crazy because like those producers be making so much bread too. They make so much money. Like if you become like and then you learn they're tagged, and that's when you know like what you finna listen to. Because you think about Scott Storch said he was making so much money at one point. Like he was on drugs and stuff too, but he was making so much money working with he worked with everybody. Like once you get a name and you working with all of these people, man, they make so much, so
Yeah,
much.
but that's when yeah. I done seen both sides of it.
I believe it. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's stuff and stuff. I'm about to be a producer, and I need to get me a game, a tag too. Create
I
me a
gotta
tag.
call. I gotta call Larry. We gotta see what's up with this animation.
Oh, he got an animation he working on.
Yeah, he finishing up the first chapter, but I kind of want the second chapter and everything after.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I'm working on with this. So these characters on my wall, because we kind of talked about it, but now I'm got you in person. I can talk to you about it. But yeah, these characters on my wall, I've been creating. I've been
Wait,
drawing.
wait, wait! I'm finna end this stream.